Hey guys, welcome back to the Western vocal channel of SIFF Young Artiste, where we nurture the artist in you. I'm Anirudh, and today we have our final and 15th episode of Feedback Fridays. So, this has been a live series that we've been doing for the past 4 months, where I come live every Friday at 5 pm and I've been reviewing and giving feedback to entries of you guys singing that you've sent to us. So, I'm first of all very thankful to everyone who've sent in their entries. By the end of today's session, I would have finished almost reviewing more than 75 entries. So that's 75 of you who I would have given feedback to. So the response has been pretty overwhelming. And in case you have sent the entries already, maybe just a handful are pending. So please don't worry, you can always reach out to us on our WhatsApp community group. The feedbacks will continue, just the live series is being stopped for now because we just wanted everyone to get an understanding of what free feedback and reviewing is. And now I think a lot of you are on board with this. Now that you know, I think we don't need to continue it as a live series, but you can always reach out to us on our WhatsApp community channel. You can join it if you aren't a part of it yet. In the description below, you'll find the link. So please head there and you can send in your snippets of you singing, whether it's an audio or video, and we will be giving you feedback as and when possible. So thank you so much for making this series a big success, and we have really enjoyed curating all these videos, and I personally have enjoyed seeing so much talent and getting entries from all over the country, and it's just been a very overwhelming experience and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you so much for everyone who sent across their entry, and I really genuinely hope all the feedback that I've given to each of you has helped you even just 1%, and I think that would make it worthwhile for me. So just take it in the right spirit and please keep singing, never stop. And that is what we try to push on our channel as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right into the final session with our final few entries for this week. So the first entry for this week is John Timothy from Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So let's take a listen to John.
Need somebody to hate, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain, and now the day bleeds into nightfall. And you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled a rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you loved.
Okay, John, thank you so much for sending that across, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, it wasn't a perfect performance. It was just you holding the phone and just singing into it. But then there was something captivating about the way you sang, the texture of your voice. And this is a fantastic song by Lewis Capaldi. So, firstly, I would like to say you really got the texture for this song right. You almost sort of imitated that singer and you almost got it perfectly right. So that's a great job done there. Now, coming to the feedback. So the flip side of that is you imitating someone. I think I would definitely like you to figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are of your voice. I need to listen to John singing and not the exact replica of how that a particular singer singing. And if when you cover their song, you need to have your imprint on that. Okay, that's number one. If you want to grow as an artist, having that individuality and just listening, if someone listens to you, they should be able to tell, oh, that's John singing, right? So start developing that, figure out what your strengths are. Secondly, I would like to say do sing with a backing track, whether it's a karaoke or any scale reference, so that your pitch is spot on. Your pitch was pretty good. Only one place I think you fell a bit flat, but otherwise perfectly fine. So practice with scales, practice with instruments, and also use a metronome or a click track where you can sing along with the rhythm, right? And some pitch training, some rhythm training, I think it would be great for you. And next is that I did feel that even though Lewis Capaldi himself doesn't have a very healthy vocal technique, right? He sort of screams, especially in that through it all. That part, he almost you can hear the screeching, those scratchy sort of sounds, that distorted, gritty vocal in his voice when he sings those high notes. So instead of doing that, I would say you can push air upwards towards your nose. Instead of singing through it all, you can sing through it all. It sounds a bit more nasal. I know you can push air upwards, but then it's a much healthier way. You won't damage your vocal cords soon. That is one thing. And I did feel that you were trying to emulate him so much with that slightly nasal and that solid sound that I could see you strain in a few places. I think you took it even lower than the original song. So I think maybe like working with different styles of singing, textures and technique, and pushing air upwards, trying to use a lower voice, higher voice, falsetto where you need to. You can. There's no harm in switching. Sorry. I need somebody to heal. You can switch to that falsetto. Ooh, na, 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 na. Only in the end you can sing that solid, but in the beginning, na, 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 na. So you can have that dynamic change between using falsetto once and using a solid thing once, and even na, na, through it all. You can switch na, 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 na. There you can also like switch to that airy falsetto sound, see what can work, experiment with all these things. But I guess you do have a really nice sense of music. I think you need to continue this, and I'm really looking forward to listening to you sing more. So thank you, John, for sending this across. Now moving forward to entry number 2. Okay, so entry number 2 we have Narani Shriman from Hyderabad, Telangana. So let's take a listen.
కన్నానులే కలైకలు ఏనాడు ఆగవులే నీ కళ్ళలో పలికినది నా కంటి వాసనివే అందాల వలపేదో తెలితా మరి విరబూసి వలపేదో నాలో నీ పేరు నా పేరు తెలుసా మరి హృదయాల కథ మారి నీలో వలపందుకే తెలిపేనులే ఒడి చేరే వయసన్నాడు.
Okay, Narani, thank you so much for sending this across. I would like to say that you do have a very sweet, soothing voice, and I really liked listening to this. Okay, now coming to the feedback aspect of it. So, firstly, I would say you need to be a lot more confident while singing. I think with a lot of bedroom singers, this is very common. Even this used to happen with me. This used to happen with a lot, especially female singer friends of mine who, before they started training and going at least to a semi-professional level, they would do this where they would just sing in that high texture and just like without too much volume, and it just feels like you're holding back that na 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 na, that it's not low, it's not too high, it's not like, it doesn't have that solid punch to it. So sing more open mouthed, open throated. You need to not worry if your volume increases, right? Na 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 na. So you need to be willing to open out like that. So that is number one. Secondly, don't hesitate when there are higher pitches. So I did feel, especially in the ending, you just like sort of tapered down, but try to hit those notes. Don't worry. And the best thing to do is start lower. If you directly start in a higher texture, na, 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 you can't go much higher there. So start with na, 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 take it an octave lower. So there are a lot of things to do. So I don't think you have trained or experimented or practiced with your voice much. I think you've just listened to songs, whichever you like, whatever comes naturally to you, you're singing. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to improve your singing, there is a step-by-step process to follow where you start figuring out the range of your voice first, what texture suits you. And when you take a song, you don't need to sing it in the original key. You can sing it much lower if you want, much higher if you want, whatever. So just have a look and pay keen attention to all of these points, right? So now the other thing I would like to say is, of course, sur and tal. that is the pitch and the rhythm part, the beat. So please practice with a backing track or a metronome or a click track so that there is improvement. And also pitch, I did feel like quite a few places you were off pitch or singing slightly flat, so you need to sing, take it, slow it down. Na 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 na. See how slowly I did it. So try taking it like that, try taking it in a lower key which you're comfortable with, and then slowly build on that. Okay, so that is pretty much what I can advise you. And along with that, please also use breath control exercises, diaphragmatic breathing, deep breathing, and also a lot of warm-ups which will help you. You can go refer to the Western Vocals Beginners course. We have covered a lot of content there, and I'm live every Monday at 4 with the Western Vocals Beginners course. So please have a look at that, and I think you'll have a lot to gain. So thank you for sending that across. Okay, so now we have Ruchita Eka from Bhubaneswar, Orissa. So let's take a listen to Ruchita.
I'm super shy, but wait a minute, why make you mine, Tolina chicken, don't on my mind, all the time, I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, I'm super shy, but wait a minute, why make you mine, Tolina chicken, don't on my mind, all the time, I wanna tell you, but I'm super shy, I wanna go out with you, then when I go, find a spot, just let talk, looking pretty, follow me, Udi, Dudi, Nanani, Boji, Nanadi, Bagaji, Binaji, Benese, Amadi. You don't even know my name, do ya? You don't even know my name, do ya?
Okay, Ruchita, thank you for sending that across. If I'm not wrong, you are listening to the song on earphones and trying to sing along, right? Because the main reason, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what happens mainly when people do that, because you try to match the pitch of the original singer. I know of the song, I don't know it well enough to I know it's this Korean English song, but then it's a K-pop band basically, I think by Jeans or something, Super Shy by Jeans, if I'm not wrong. So anyway, why I sort of got to know that you were maybe listening with earphones is that you were trying to match that pitch and it just sounded unnaturally high for you. It didn't sound na 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 na. It was sounding more like so it was unnecessarily high, which you don't need to do. So what I would say, firstly, I think there are a lot of things to unpack in the performance you gave us. So firstly, I would say sur and tal. So you need pitch. Pitch is the number one thing, and you went flat in a lot of places. So please take it from the ground up. Start playing an instrument, or I mean, you don't need to play it well. Just play some notes and then try to match them. Try to, if you don't have an instrument, use a perfect piano app. Try to match the notes there. Try to sing along. And I mean, I've spoken so much about pitch training in all the videos till now, so you can go refer to that for in detail. You need rhythm or beat training as well, where you need to stick to a beat. Ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Metronome or a backing track or a click track. So please use that and please slowly start practicing with that. Third thing is breath control. Because you're not singing to a beat, you're taking breaths at unnatural places, and where you need to take a breath, you are not. And this song, so this song doesn't seem like a song which is too easy to sing either, right? So there are a lot of faster parts in between which I heard, and so yeah, in general I think this is not a very easy song to pick, and you need to do a lot of breath control and warm-up exercises as well. And before anything else, figure out your voice. Start discovering your voice first. Sing lower and train your pitch. See what sort of songs fit you. Take some very easy, even if it's a rhyme, it's fine, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Happy Birthday to You. Take that, take a lower pitch, na 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 na. See how the notes are moving, right? How the pitches are increasing and decreasing, and take it in your natural voice. I felt like you just sang unnaturally high because you were following along to the perceived notion of what the singer is singing. So you can always take it even a whole octave lower if you want. So yeah, so you need to do the all the basics, as we call it, the pitch training, the rhythm training, the breath control, warm-ups, figuring out your vocal range, and then slowly training it one day at a time, right? So please start doing that, and I would definitely love to see how you improve. And I think the Western Vocals Beginners course will be of a lot of value to you. We have been doing it already. I think quite a few, more than 15-16 sessions are done, and you can watch from the session 1 and slowly start training with us and improving. And I would love to listen to you sing again after you have trained a bit, and I'm very curious to listen. So thank you for sending it across. Okay, so now we have Ajay Shah from Madhya Pradesh. So let's take a listen to Ajay.
शायद कभी न कह सकूं मैं तुमको, कहे बिना समझ लो तुम शायद मेरे ख्यालों में तुम एक दिन मिलो मुझे कहीं पे गुम, शायद जो तुम न हो रहेंगे हम नहीं, जो तुम न हो रहेंगे हम नहीं, न चाहिए कुछ तुमसे ज़्यादा तुमसे कम नहीं, बिन काम करना खुद ही सवाल कर.
Okay, so thank you, Ajay, for sending that across. So firstly, I would like to say it was a very unique performance in the sense that you're sort of lying down, and then it just feels very effortless. And then, like, I mean, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying it seems very casual. So definitely what I would give feedback for this is, firstly, whenever you're singing, try to sit upright or stand, because your body posture is very, very, very important. So you lying down and just like humming, it just felt like someone just lying and humming a melody. That's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do. But if you want to take singing seriously, you need to develop the right posture. All of this is also covered on a Western Vocals Beginners course. So please go and have a look at that. Firstly, posture. Secondly, you need a lot of pitch training and rhythm training as well, like what I've mentioned to the previous entry. I think it was Ruchita. So please do a lot of pitch training, use an instrument, match the pitches, harmonium, keyboard, guitar, or just an app, and use a metronome or a click track. So please practice with it. Some breath control, because I saw like in a lot of places where it was just like the gaps were too much or too little. So singing to a beat and that breath control is very, very important. And the most important thing apart from breath control, pitch, rhythm, pronunciations a little bit, and then just overall body posture, is that you're just singing with a very closed mouth approach, as we call it. So it's barely, I can't hear that proper enunciations and like the way the syllables are moving, right? And like I really want you to experiment with singing na na ra 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 ra. See how loudly I'm singing and how wide and how open my mouth is, right? So please start slowly working on this, because if you want to be a serious singer, I think you need to like work on a lot of these factors. And the main thing is to open out your throat, start feeling your breath going till your diaphragm, and also the sound has to come from a place of power, like not just the humming, like these are a stylistic choice which say a singer like Billie Eilish can probably do, but you can only use that stylistic choice once you can sing properly with an open-mouthed, open throat approach and sing every note clearly. Then you can choose to sing however you want. Like there are some singers who purposely sing in that very drony, like closed mouth sort of an approach, but that works for them. That's more of a branding and a stylistic choice rather than not being able to sing. So please start working on all these aspects, and thank you so much for sending it across, Ajay. Okay, now the fifth entry for the day is Aryan from Ludhiana, Punjab. So let's take a listen to Aryan singing.
तू आके देख ले ओ मैंने रातें कितनी सारी तेरी यादों में गुजारी सोनिए लोग कहते बेचारा जरा पूछो तो क्यों हारा जब प्यार मिला नहीं तो दिल का कत्ल कर नाम बदला डाला ये झूम तो आवारा कैसे जीता चला जा रहा बेखौफ की निगाहों से देख मुझे झांक में ताज बना जा रहा तेरे आगे कुछ नहीं सब खाक बराबर मैं हो जाऊंगा मिलके तुझसे आंख बराबर तेरे आगे कुछ नहीं सब खाक बराबर मैं हो जाऊंगा मिलके तुझसे आंख बराबर कि तू मेरी आंखों में है पूरी जचेरी और तेरे आगे मेरी नहीं एक न चलती ये दुनिया वाले निकाले न कमी मैं अपने ऊपर ले लूँ तेरी सारी गलती बन जाएंगे नए काफिले.
Okay, Aryan, so I think this was Tu Aake Dekhle by King. Okay, so coming to the feedback for you. So firstly, I think there are a lot of things to unpack again. I would say that you haven't quite cracked the sur, as we call it, or the pitch. So you're singing very flat throughout. That means from the beginning to the end, the pitches weren't being hit correctly. So it sounded more like a rap rather than a singing, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I mean, maybe that is where your strength lies. Maybe you can focus on being a rap artist more than a singer. Whatever works for you. I'm just telling you from this particular entry that you've sent across. So there needs to be a lot of work with respect to the pitch. It was all over the place. So you need to slowly train with an instrument, with an app. I mean, I'm repeating myself like a parrot now. So please do that. And secondly, even though you had the backing track going, you are completely off beat. So for the most part, so no worries, slowly start training, start feeling the beat. Okay, and the other thing which maybe put you off here is that I think you were sort of reading out the lyric or remembering it or whatever. So try to memorize the lyric at least so that one part of your job is done and you can focus more on the beat, the sur and the tal, right? Sur is the tune or the pitch, and basically the notes you hit, and the tal is basically the beat, the beat or the rhythm. So you need to work a lot on these two aspects. The other thing is breath control. You stopped and started abruptly, and that is why you missed the beat as well. So you need a lot more breath control. Even if you are going into that rap side of things, breath control is probably the number one most important thing apart from writing the lyrics in rap. Okay, so please start focusing on that as well. So breath control, sur and tal, these three are the most common things. Apart from that, lot of warm-ups, lot of body posture exercises, and pronunciation, enunciation, a lot of things coming to picture when you want to start singing. So please go ahead to our channel and start watching the Western Vocals Beginners course. We have from the beginning, from the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that is the solfege notes, or the sarigama, padanisa as we say it, the swaras in India, to a little more advanced stuff. So we have a 24-week course which is also ongoing. Now it's live every Monday at 4. So please join us for that, and I think you will have a lot to gain from it, from every aspect of singing. Okay, so but please start. If I can give you one and only one tip right now, just forget everything else, focus on singing in tune. So start improving your pitch, play a note, try to match it, play a note, try to match it, and then slowly take a song, slow it down as much as you want. Tu aake dekh le, na 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 na, na 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 na. That was just an example. Try to slow it down as much as you want, and please practice. So thank you for sending that across, Aryan. Now I think we have the last and final entry for Feedback Fridays, which is the 6th one for today. That's Vamshi from my hometown, Bangalore, Karnataka. So let's quickly have a listen to Vamshi. I think today we've had a lot of shorter entries being sent to us. This is again a 30-second clip. I think nothing exceeded over a minute today. So anyway, let's quickly take a listen to Vamshi.
I'll spend all of the love I saved. Always in the losing game. Small town boy, the big arcade. I get it to a losing game.
Wow, Vamshi, that was such a beautiful song to listen to. I wish it was pretty longer than this at least. It was just 29-30 seconds long. But anyway, thank you for sending that across. I quite enjoyed it because I think the melody in this song is very, very powerful, and just the emotion and the lyrics also, they just hit hard, right? So I really like the song. And also, I mean, I'm very happy that today and in the previous session we did get quite a lot of English songs as the entries, and because we are predominantly a Western vocals channel, I would be in a better position to give you feedback. So, firstly, you sang pretty well. The pitch was pretty much on point, and I think even the falsetto, that those things which you did, I think they were really nice. And I mean, it was too short to give you too much feedback, but I would say again, the general stuff of breath control and pitch and rhythm, I think you know the drill already. But one thing again that sort of struck me particularly was that husky, airy texture in your voice. That's very nice, and that works very well in these sort of genres. So I think your voice fit this song very well. But I would like you to maybe try and experiment with different sort of textures, right? Maybe try Louis Capaldi, then try John Mayer. Both have like complete opposites. So I think I told it to John earlier today in today's session. So maybe try these extremes and maybe take like a rock singer and see how they sing, and try to incorporate all these elements and improve on your falsetto, not just in this song, but then take a song which may be much higher than your range, maybe like a Bruno Mars song or a Michael Jackson song, which is high for any average male singer, and just see which notes you have to switch to falsetto, figure out your vocal range. That's one thing. And the other thing is, I did feel in a few places that you were sort of straining your voice just a little bit. For that, I would say don't push through your throat, but sort of push the air upwards where it goes towards your nostrils, nasal area, and you feel that vibrations and resonance in your face, right? That is when you know you're employing a healthy technique. Instead of ra, 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 like na 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 na, that's more healthy than ra, ra, ra. See how my voice starts cracking. I mean, I'm obviously exaggerating here, but you get the drift, right? So I would like you to experiment with these things. You have a really nice voice, and I think there's a lot of potential there. So please also refer to our Western Vocals Beginners course, and I'm sure you'll have a lot to gain from that. And keep singing. I would love to listen more from you. Thank you for sending it across. So guys, that's it for our Feedback Friday session today, and also the live series as a whole. Maybe we will start a season 2 later on. Let's see. But for this season and this run of 4 months, that's it. Today was the final session. As I mentioned, it has been a wonderful experience. Thank you so much for everyone for sending your entries across. We covered as many as we could, over 75 people over 4 months and 15 sessions. And also for those of you who might not have got feedback, just a handful of you, and also for those of you who would like feedback in the future, if you're just joining us for the first time today, then please ensure to head to the description below, and then you will find the link to join our WhatsApp community group, and there we can have a lot of these conversations and discussions. You can also send in snippets of you singing, and our team and me will be giving you some much valuable feedback as well. So thank you all once again. It's been a pleasure doing this live series. I'll continue the live series on Monday at 4, which is the Western Vocals Beginners course. So I would like to see you all in that live every Monday from now on. So take care, guys. Keep singing. Keep practicing. I'll see you in the next one.